Hi guys, it's your girl Brooklyn Stace and welcome to my channel. So I know I have been gone for a bit. Life has been lifing, as they say. Things have been happening. I unfortunately had a death in my family, so that took some time to grieve, and you have a lot of family coming in and out of town, and you're ripping and running and all over the place, and so there wasn't much time to fit in YouTube, but I missed you guys. But I'm back, and so I came today to give you a 10-month update from my vertical sleeve gastrectomy surgery that I had on August the 17th. Guys, 10 months in 2 months. Well, by the time you see this video, it'll be shorter than 2 months because I'm late getting it out. It will be 1 year. OMG. So I had to take some notes and, think about the things that I wanted to talk about. So when you see me looking down, it's because I'm looking at my notes. So first and foremost, I want to say thank you also to all of you subscribers. You've been leaving wonderful comments, and I've seen you've been watching my videos and my hauls and things of that nature. Which hauls? More hauls. Temu hauls is coming up soon, guys. Coming up soon. So thank you so much for watching them. Thank you so much for all your wonderful and nice comments, your positive comments. I really appreciate that. And thank you for getting me to my 1,000 subscribers. I'm over that now. So thank you so much, guys. You guys rock. I appreciate you. Those of you who are watching me for the first time, please make sure before you exit this video, in fact, you can do it now. If you have your remote and you're watching on television, you can do it now. Please hit the thumbs up button. That is your way of saying hello when you come into my house, which is my YouTube channel. That is your way of just speaking. And I made an illustration in another video. It's not as if it's kind of like walking in somebody's house, or you walking into a room and you don't speak, and then you just look around, you sit down, and then you walk out. So, you wouldn't do that in someone's house, would you? So act like this is my house, and just because actually it's my channel, right? So just go ahead, hit the thumbs up button. If you're not subscribed, please take a second to subscribe to my channel and hit the bell to be notified to all of the videos that I put out. Or you can personalize it, but just hit the bell so that you'll be notified and you can keep track of what it is I'm doing, because I'm going to be posting a lot more lifestyle things, and I'm going to be posting something new that fits in with the lifestyle. It's something that everybody does, including you that are watching me, right? So make sure you subscribe, and thank you so much once again. I really appreciate each and every one of you. Okay, so let's get into this. Like I said, August 17th of 2022, I had vertical sleeve gastrectomy, aka VSG, aka the weight loss surgery. So I have had that done. I'm sure all of you out there know what it is, and some of you may be thinking of getting the vertical sleeve gastrectomy. So hopefully I will be of some service to you, of some help to you, and be of some encouragement to you as well. And this also helps to keep me accountable. It helps me to stay on track. So you guys are helping me as well, and so I just wanted to say that. Now, the last time that I spoke with you was back in May that I did a video, and I had lost like 104 pounds. Well, guess what? I lost a little more than that. So I'm happy with that, and I'll let you know that update really soon, coming up. And so in terms of food, I'm on a regular diet. I can eat anything that I want, but like I've said in my other videos, it's things that I choose not to eat. Not to say that I will never eat it anymore ever again, but it's just 10 months, so I'm not going to introduce certain foods because I don't want to get sick. I don't know how my body is going to react to things that I haven't had in so long, even before the surgery that I cut out. So I definitely don't want to reintroduce that back into my body early, or even at all. It may be a permanent choice, or just a little bit, just to say that I've tasted it. For example, for the first time I tasted some peas and rice because my family got some Jamaican food, and I love Jamaican food. So, I did have the curry chicken. I even had some jerk chicken. I even had some of a beef patty, but I did not have the cocoa bread. As much as bread that I would taste, that I would have, is just pita bread or the wraps. I do low carb wraps, and I've done that even before the surgery. So that's my bread. But I did have a small, and I do mean slither, of cornbread because I love cornbread. So if there was something that I couldn't do without, some people would say something sweet or comfort food like macaroni and cheese. But for me, it's like, oh my gosh, if I never ate cornbread again in my life, I don't know, that might do something to me. But then again, not really, because it's just a mental thing, guys. For every bad thing that's out there, you can substitute it for something that is good for you. And you can find a way to make these things that are healthy and it still tastes great. So I just wanted to say that. But I did have that cornbread. Nothing happened. I only ate a little bit of it and I was fine. Okay. But in terms of the amount of food that I can take, I still weigh my foods. I can get 4.5 ounces in, sometimes 4.7 ounces. And at the times that I eat 5 ounces, I'm pretty full. And it depends on what it is, because certain things are dense. Certain foods, are really dense in terms of meats. I still stay with chicken, turkey, and all kinds of fish. So I constantly rotate the type of fish that I eat, but I'm not a pescatarian, but I do eat a lot of fish. I do not eat steaks and burgers and things like that because I do ground turkey. Now, I eat regular things like bacon and eggs. I have a bacon, egg and cheese wrap. Sometimes I have a little bit, and I do mean a little bit, like 2 tablespoons of grits, because that's going to fill me up really good. And I would rather fill up on protein, such as the bacon and the eggs. But, I can eat grits. I haven't tried pancakes yet. That's going to be next, but that's going to be pretty filling. But I do eat a lot of nuts, various nuts, and grains and things of that nature, because I want to keep the fiber going, because I want to stay regular, because as I spoke in the last, that's a problem, the belching, because I just had something to drink before I started. In terms of the constipation, that is a problem that some people have and some people do not have. Well, I have to look at what it is I'm doing and what it is I'm not doing enough of. I'm so full that I cannot get in the amount of water that I should get in, and that attributes to irregular bowel movements, as well as sometimes when you don't eat enough fiber. So when I eat things that healthy fats like avocado, when I have the variety of nuts, pistachio nuts and almonds and walnuts and sunflower seeds and pumpkin seeds, macadamia nuts, and I kind of make my own mixed nuts and my own trail mix. I put maybe some low sugar dry cranberries, and I just shake it all up, and then I portion it out into my little condiment cups that I've talked about in videos, and they're like 2-ounce cups. And I'll snack on that. If I want to snack, I also do the Atkins Indulge. Those are really a game changer, guys, for those of you who are chocolate lovers. And I'll put the links in the description box so that you can get it. I get them on Amazon. You can get them anywhere, but you shop around for the best price. But I'm just telling you what the things that I have, and they have a good amount of fiber in it, and it satisfies your sweet tooth, and it doesn't have like a bitter aftertaste or anything. In fact, the other day I had the chocolate caramel turtles, and if any of you guys love those chocolate caramel turtles, oh my goodness, I don't know how it is Atkins did that. I just don't know. It's like that was almost an exact replica, and it was like, wow. You have to really watch how many you're going to eat, because it tastes just like the unhealthy ones, in the candy box that you all get, or that you order from children that are selling candy for school. It tastes just like those things. So I'm like amazed. Big ups to Atkins. Hey, if you guys are looking at me, Atkins, and you're hearing this, sponsor your girl, because I have been purchasing Atkins products forever, especially the shakes, the snacks. I still do the shakes. I don't do as much shakes because I want to have food. But, when I'm in a rush and I'm, ready to go out and I have not made anything, I'll just grab a shake. I always have the shakes on hand so that I will be getting some fiber, that I will be getting some nutrition, and that I won't be lacking, and I will be getting some fluids as well. So so that part. Now, in terms of what I also use, I think I spoke about it in my last video. I will also use the Smooth Move tea. That is a game changer. And that will keep you regular as well. It does not upset your stomach. It does not cause loose stools. It is just what it says, smooth move. So for those of you who are looking for something, consider the Smooth Move because it does work. And anything that I say, although that I am a registered nurse, I am not your healthcare provider. So I tell people to discuss that with your nutritionist, discuss that with your doctor, and go in there with some information. Don't just, talk about it. Go in there with a piece of paper, something you've printed off the net, or if you have the actual package, and let them look at the ingredients so that they can give you a better decision, or a better, it won't be an educated guess is what I'm saying. Because if there's something that they don't know about, they'll just give you a generalized answer. But if you come in there with that something, they'll be better equipped to help you make a decision, and to see whether it's allowed within your program or on your diet plan, your nutrition plan that they have you on, both pre and post-op. So always discuss everything with your doctor, okay? But the ultimate decision is yours because it is your body, and I'm telling you what worked for me, and I wouldn't put anything detrimental in my body. I only want to put things in that's going to help me along through this journey and help me be successful. And since it has, then I want to share that with others to help them be successful, right? So just want to tell you that. Now, in terms of the indigestion, in terms of the belching, that has slowed up. I guess my body is now getting used to, all of the regular foods that I'm introducing to it. So, into it that I'm intaking, I would say, just don't eat fast. And make sure you chew your foods and swallow it, and just wait a bit and then eat another spoonful or forkful of two. Don't try to eat too fast because that is a culprit too. You're not giving your body, remember your pouch, for those of you who've had gastric bypass surgery, your pouch is even smaller than my stomach, my pouch, my vertical sleeve gastrectomy. So you want to make sure that you are chewing your foods and that you eat slowly. Don't try to finish so fast. In terms of drinking fluids, well, I can drink fluids a lot sooner than I could before. Before, you're told to wait 30 minutes. Some may even say 45 minutes, or some may even say an hour. But for me, it was 30 minutes before you drank something. And then too, you don't want to drink something and then you don't have enough room for the food because you do need the nutrition. So I am able to drink something sooner, closer intervals from when I ate my food. So I don't normally have to wait a full 30 minutes. I might drink something for 20 minutes, or if I'm really parched, really thirsty, and I know I'm going to eat, I can actually just take one little small or two small sips of water, just to quench my thirst, and then I will eat something, and then I will wait and drink something. Still not up to 64 ounces. That is a goal for me. I can get 50 something ounces, but some days I have to watch it because if I'm too full for whatever reason, I, can get like 40 ounces. So, or 40 something. So I need to, be cognizant of that as well. But I do use those little packets, those little flavor packets. All I drank was water before the surgery anyway. I'm not a soda person, so I don't even care about soda. I don't miss soda because I've been stopped drinking it for years. Every once in a blue moon, the moon has to really be blue for me to drink a soda. So those are my beverages of choice, and so that's what I drank, and that's what I still do drink, and that is the water. But I just use the flavored water. My choice is I really like the sun-kissed flavors because I like to have peach and pineapple and grape. It really tastes great. They even have the orange one. They have the it reminds you of Tang when you're a kid. I might be dating myself. Who out there remembers Tang? Drop it in the comments and let me know if you remember Tang. And sometimes as kids, you used to put the Tang in your palm or just eat it right out of the spoon, and it was disgusting. But I mean, to a kid, you know, that was like a sugar rush. So these are sugar-free, the Sun-Kissed flavor packets that you can just put in a bottle of water. And, you know, there's other versions, Crystal Light, things of that nature. But, you know, I'll put that in the description box. Everything that I mentioned, I'm going to put in the description box in case any of you wanted to get it and try it out for yourself. So that's that. In terms of the hair, well, you know, I was trying out this style because eventually I'm going to lock my hair. I've been natural for about a good 15 years. So, you know, I've always had longer hair, and I am about to get this washed and things, so I will see the condition of my hair. But you know, my hair had thinned out, still have the length, but it had thinned out. So it'll be really interesting to see in the next few days what my hair looks like. But you know, the edges are fine. You know, I got to do something with this gray because hey, it is what it is. You know, I'm maturing, you know, I'm aging. So, you know, you're going to have a gray strand or 2 or 5 or 10. So, but yeah, so in terms of my hair, it's not coming out in droves. It's not coming out when I comb it or brush it. It's not falling out. You know, like some people have said, you know, oh, I have hair in the sink or hair on the floor. No, my hair doesn't do that. But, you know, it did thin out. But, you know, I noticed some where it had thinned out, you know, I'm seeing it starting to, you know, get some little sprigs there at the very edges, which, you know, tells me it's growing back because the follicles, the hair shaft was not damaged. It's just that there's so much going on in your body. And, you know, you're trying to get your nutrition in, you can't get as much in, you can't get the water in, you can't get your vitamins and minerals. So, you know, your body's into shock and it's concentrating on trying to get accustomed to this new phase. So, you know, the hair was, I don't want to say the first to go, but you know what I mean? The hair is not as important as your vital organs, if that makes any sense to you. So, but, you know, it's hair. It will come back. And, you know, if anything, just cut it. And it'll all grow back uniformly. You know, keep treating it. Go to your beautician, or you can do it at home and put some conditioners of your choice in your hair. But it's going to grow back. And if not, well, there's all kinds of additives you can put in, weave and braids and wigs and lace front, and you can even go for men. You know, it's amazing now the units that men have that you wouldn't even know, just like you wouldn't even know with some women. So that's that in terms of the hair. But now some things, some off-scale victories. You know how when you're taking a flight and they give you the instructions and they say you can you know, just bend down and put your chest on your legs, on your lap. Well, I couldn't do that, you know, prior to my surgery. But guess what? I can do that now. I can bend down, you know, bend down to tie your shoes. I could bend down to tie my shoes before, but it was just easier to like just kind of scoot sideways and prop your leg up on the chair or whatever and then bend over. But I could bend straight down. Hey, I can stand up and my hands can actually touch the floor without bending my knees. So I'm, you know, quite the flexible person. So it's not that I couldn't do it before, but now I can actually bend down, and it's so comfortable to do that because I have more of a lap at this point because my stomach isn't as huge, and it does not take up my lap when I sit down. So I can put a plate on my lap, I can put a book on my lap, I can put my laptop on my lap. I can actually do that. I couldn't do that before. Yeah, so that's a great off-scale victory that, you know, I've noticed. And I just noticed in just general movement, things that, you know, I'm able to do that I maybe wasn't able to do or wasn't able to do with ease. Let's just put it that way. And so there are things that I'm able to do now with ease. And I know that's because I'm getting smaller, just as my clothes are still big. Guys, I'm still working with clothes. You know, I'm getting new things from Temu, and that's why I'm doing a lot of the unboxings and the hauls and the try-ons. But But yeah, I'm still working with the clothes that I have, and things are just fitting me a lot more loose. In fact, I want to insert a picture. I was looking at my screensaver, and my screensaver had something from prior to the surgery, and I put on that same outfit, and it's huge. So I like to do that because when you're doing before and after pictures, it's good to have the same outfit if you still have it, and the same distance from the camera. That's important, and the same pose. Don't turn to the side, kind of stay straight on, because that's a way that you can tell. If you have on pants and then you put on pants again, you can see. We can all tell from our face, but to tell the real story about, weight loss and how much you've shrunk in, from the sides or from the front, it's always good to, put on the same thing. And then you can really see how things were fitting you before and how they fit you now. So that's what a good thing is to do. And that's why you see me do that, because that, gives me a better idea. Now I can jump on the scale and I know, because the scale doesn't lie. Those numbers do not lie. But, as we know, it's also about inches. And how your body is shrinking in the waist and the bust and the arms. You could see that, once you cut out certain foods and you lose a lot of fluids and you stop eating a lot of things that help you, that attribute to you gaining weight and retaining fluids, and all of the oils, from the fast foods and the prepackaged foods. And, once you start eating more fresh foods, when you turn over the label and read the ingredients, it has less of all of these additives and preservatives and chemicals, and that wreaks havoc on your body. So, once you stop eating all of that, then you see, oh wow, your body reacts to that because it's not as toxic anymore. So, but you guys out there, you pretty much know, you've been through it before. If you're like me, you've been through it. You've been through the highs, you've been through the lows, you've tried this, you've tried that. You know how your body reacts to certain things when you intake things that are really toxic and have a lot of chemicals and things of that nature. That's just not good. They might taste really good, but we know that they're not good for you. And so, like I said, everything that's bad out there, you have to find a way to recipe to make it, and make it with good things. And you'll be surprised how good things taste. So try it. I will be adding more recipes as I try them myself, to give you some ideas, to help you out. Because, once I taste something, I'm like, oh, this is good. This is great. And this has 0 carbs and 0 this, and, 4 carbs and 3 carbs. And you know what I mean? So I will be posting that more as well. Now, in terms of the weight loss, I've had a stall for about a little bit over a week, but then my body kicks in. Like I said, I have to think of, it's not because I'm overeating, because the restriction is doing what it's supposed to do. I'm not overeating. It's about, maybe I'm not eating enough for that day. I didn't have enough of a particular nutrient. So, I go back to my Bariatric Pal or my Fitness Pal and, track my macros. But I like Bariatric Pal a little bit better than my Fitness Pal. I put my weight in. I also see, to the exact measurement, because I weigh my food. I use a tablespoon of measuring spoons. And so I know exactly how much I'm getting. And that kind of, explains everything. It tells the picture as to why, I may be having that weight stall. How much water did I drink? How much fruit did I eat or not, or too much? Did I have too many sugars, from the natural fruits? Or the product, did it have too many carbs? So yeah, I've had a weight stall, but then, my body kicks into gear, and I've lost average, I can lose 8 pounds in a month. Then sometimes I lose 10 pounds in a month. Sometimes I lose 12, sometimes I lose 15. So it just varies. Everybody is different. So just because someone out there might lose 15 pounds and you're like, oh my goodness, that's a lot. And then you look and you're like, oh, I stayed the same for 2 weeks, or I only lost 8 pounds, or I only lost 6 pounds. Well, that's your body. There's a lot going on in our bodies that are so different, that don't judge what I'm doing versus against what you're doing or what your neighbor is doing or what someone that you know is doing, because maybe they didn't have the weight to lose that you have, or maybe they need to lose more, or maybe they just need to lose less, or maybe they have a lot of medical conditions, or maybe, you know, their intake is totally different from yours. So, you know, I wanted to say that because I know we all beat ourselves up, you know, and say, well, why did I have this surgery? Or some of you that may not have had the surgery might say, that's all, I can lose 8 pounds in a month, I can lose 10 pounds in a month. Yeah, you can, but it'll probably be water weight. That's what people forget. You know, they're retaining a lot of fluid, and then once you lose all of that fluid, then you'll see the weight loss start to slow down, because now your body is, if you stay on track, your body is now conditioned, and your body's going to start to lose the fat as well. So don't think that, oh, that's why I'm not going to have the surgery, because you only lose 8 pounds, you only lose 10 pounds, you only lose 6 pounds. Don't get into a numbers game. Please don't do that. You know, just understand that every human is different. So don't judge. If for those of you who are thinking about doing it and you're watching my video, you're watching someone else's video, don't judge what they're doing as to what's going to happen with you. And I always tell people that, because people have a tendency to measure their success versus against someone else's success. But you can't, because you really don't know the person, like I said, what's going on in their body, and you really don't even know if they're telling the truth. Because people can get on this camera on their phones and tell you, I'm doing this and I'm doing that, and I'm not doing this and I'm not doing that, including me. I mean, hey, you don't even have to believe things that I'm saying, but I'm just, letting you know that people have a tendency to stretch the truth a little bit. Yeah, you know what I mean? And so when they stretch the truth, or they tell little white lies, or they'll tell half the story and not all of it, just take what people say with a grain of salt. And as we say, do your research. Everybody always says that. But, read things for yourself. Educate yourself. Go on medical blogs, not just somebody's blog, right? So you want to just make sure you're reading something from a reputable person, someone that is qualified, not someone that is just researching and copying onto a blog, and you're reading it and taking that, with a grain of salt, not with a grain of salt, you're taking that to heart. What I would suggest is to, look at medical, what the doctors look at, the studies that they look at, and even some of those, are not even valid. But, it's better to look at something from a medical professional that's licensed and trained versus someone that's just getting, turning record and just telling you things that they have looked up and they have researched, because their research may not be of a professional nature, and you want to get your information from something credible, which is why I always say talk to your doctor, and you can research the actual medical things, the actual white papers, as we call them, the actual studies that have been done. Sometimes those studies get a little bit too technical for people that are not medical professionals. No matter how many you have read, no matter how smart you think you are, I'm a licensed professional. Some of them are really confusing to me. So I can't imagine people that are not licensed professionals, no matter how old they are and how smart they are and how intelligent they are, whatever kind of degrees they have, if they're not in the medical profession, they don't know it all, and because I don't know it all. That's all I want to say. So just make sure you, getting your information from a good source, a credible source. Exercise. So, exercise is important. You have to move your body. And so 3 days out of the week, sometimes 4 to 5 days out of the week, I am doing some type of exercise. Definitely 3 days out of the week, I am going to an aquatic center to get into the pool and do aerobic exercises. I do aerobic classes because I love the water. I've been going to water aerobics enough that I know what to do, the exercises to do. I might even post a video, showing you some things that I do. But yeah, I do that, and the force of the water is very difficult. Do not underestimate the force of that water, because it can be just as forceful as you just lifting weights using a machine. When you're under the water and you're using the barbells or the noodle that they have, or they have an actual long barbell just like you would use on a machine, the weight bench, or you can use the two dumbbells. And there are different size dumbbells that you can use also. There are all types of things that you can use in the water to give you a great workout. And you do increase your heart rate, and you do get tired, and you are sore. So I love doing that. And so it gives me, strength, because I can feel the muscles now. When I flex my arm, I can like see the muscles. And I don't know if you guys can see that, but that is muscle. Oh my goodness, my triceps, my biceps, I can feel it in my legs. So I am getting stronger as I'm toning. Yeah, I still have the loose skin in my arms. Still not even worried about that. Still have the loose skin. My thighs, my stomach, not even worried about that at this point, because I'm still 10 months out. So I'm not even thinking, having skin removal surgery at this time. And truthfully, I don't know that I will, because that's a big surgery. Oh my goodness. And I don't have anybody to impress. And I'm just so happy that the fat is going away and I'm getting healthier. So I could care less about having a little loose skin. I'm not 20 years old, and so I'm not that vain. But if it's a problem, or it grosses me out too much, or it's worrying me too much, which it's not, I love my body. I just wish that, of course, it was toned. But hey, I wish I was smaller from day one. But we have to, when life gives you lemons, whatever it is, make lemonade. Stir it up and drink it with some ice and make lemonade, and you make it work, and you go at your own pace. Okay. Slow and steady wins the race. I know I saw some comments of some people that say, I beat myself up because I feel that I should lose more. And that's what I'm saying. Don't compare. Slow and steady wins the race. As long as you're consistent, as long as you're staying the course, and as long as you're following the program that you need to follow, you'll get there. Trust me, you'll get there, because I'm getting there. And, for the people that I've seen that have had the surgery, or that I know, they're getting there. And I was looking at someone, and I forgot who it was, and I hadn't seen his video in a long time, and he looks totally different. He looks amazing. So, that's inspiration, for me. As my doctor says, we like it when patients do what they're supposed to do, because we can tell when they come in that they're not doing what they're supposed to do. So I just want to say out there, just stay encouraged, be encouraged, stay encouraged, do what you're supposed to do. Constantly look for ways to improve yourself, and, get tips and tricks and ideas, and try it out, and try this and try that. And drop a comment, let me know if you have any questions. Let me know how it is you're doing. I would love to see some comments from others who have had the surgery. How are you doing out there? Those of you who are watching me, where are you at on your journey? Let us all know. We're all a community. So let us all know, hey, I've had the surgery, 3 years ago, and I'm still maintaining my weight. I've lost 100, 250, 75, whatever the case may be. I'm scheduled to have the surgery. Let me know. I want to see, what you guys are thinking out there, how you guys are feeling, and what it is I can help you with. Some people even message me. You can message me on Instagram at Brooklyn Stace and the number 2. And I have to get better at posting on Instagram. I will. And that's a light that just came on, a little motion light, because as you see, it's getting dark. So you know what I mean? So people have messaged me and continue to message me, but drop your comments in the comment section. Again, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. And here's the important thing. I totally forgot to tell you. And what you've all been waiting for, I totally forgot to tell you. Let me just take these glasses off since it's getting darker and the sun has gone down. Totally forgot to tell you. I was just going to end the video and not even tell you how much weight I lost. Oh my goodness. Because a lot of people, that's what they want to know. Well, how much weight did you lose? Well, what size do you wear? And, they want to ask all these questions, and, people are so happy for you, but then it's just out of the curiosity, and that, I understand that part. So many of you that follow me may know that pre-operatively I lost 75 pounds, but post-operatively The last time I had posted something, I lost 104 pounds. Well, now here we are at the 10th month, and I have lost another 10 pounds and probably more by the time you see this video, just because of the date. But at my 10th month mark, which was the 17th of June, I made it to 114 pounds lost. 114 pounds, guys, you know, and then you tack that 75 that I lost pre-op, that is 189 pounds. Oh my goodness. I'm almost at a 200-pound weight loss. I can't even fathom me being 200 pounds overweight and carrying this weight for all of this time. But you know, your body's an amazing thing, and it adapts to its environment. So yeah, so you have to know I'm feeling a lot better. You know, of course, looking a lot better, but then again, I look good before, okay? Just want to let you guys know out there. But just, you know, seeing people's reactions, you know, like I said, I unfortunately had a death in the family, so some people in my family had not seen me, and a cousin of mine said, I didn't even know who you were when you walked in. So I was like, wow. So yeah, you know, that is my story. I'm sticking to it. That is the truth. 114 pound loss in 10 months. So I still have 2 months to go. I'm excited to see, you know, what will happen within the next 2 months. As I said, you know, I will be posting, you know, some things of foods and updates, and I will be posting some pictures as well. So, you know, just watch out for that, some videos and some more hauls and some more try-ons. And, you know, I'm getting back into the swing of things now, after things are getting as normal as they can be, you know, after having that death in my family. Oh, my goodness. But nevertheless, thank you guys again so much for watching. Thank you guys for sticking with me. If you stuck to the end of this video, you know, I had a lot to talk about, but I wanted to just give you a good update. I mean, some things you just can't pack in 8 or 10 minute video. So again, every channel is different. My channel, I'm about being thorough. Okay, I'm not about just talking and getting off, you know, off the post, off the video. I'm about being thorough. I'm about letting you know everything. I'm about being transparent. So I don't do what everybody else does. YouTube is not a cookie cutter society. Okay. So, you know, you have some people that stay on live for 2 and 3 and 4 hours, and they're talking. So, you know, if I have a 30-40 minute video, I think I'm doing good. So I will be going live because I want to have a question and answer. Please ask your questions in the comment section, or just go to my Instagram. Make sure you follow me on Instagram and, you know, send me a message. And if you have a question, and, you know, I will answer it in the next video. And, you know, all things are confidential. So I won't say your name if you have a question to ask me that you don't want everybody to know that you asked. Okay. But the main thing is ask away, make your comments, like, share, and subscribe. And until the next video, as always, thank you so much for watching. Take care and be well. Bye-bye.